Hi guys, Johnny Van Zandt here, and you're watching Mr. Entertainer, Mike Aloia.
Hello,
or
man.
a lawyer. Take it easy.
That's my brother in Christ, Mr. Johnny Van Zandt. Hello, welcome to Mr. Entertainer, baby, live at Chisel Multimedia Studios here in beautiful Smyrna, Georgia. I just want to give a big shout out to my wonderful friend in Christ, Miss Frankie Holbrook, along with Shine His Light Ministries. I tell you what, I had the most unbelievable time of my life with me and my partner Pete Hefty out there at the Maximum Impact event that we did in the Bluffs right here in Atlanta, Georgia. And the Bluffs is the probably the worst area in Atlanta as far as prostitution, drug addicts, a lot of crime. It's a ghetto situation. And what they did was Maximum Impact organization, along with Shine His Light Ministries and a lot of great volunteers. There was over 250 volunteers. They took the ghetto scene and turned it into the happiest place on earth. They had multiple tents out there. They were giving away tons of food for people, clothing. Had great entertainment, live events out there with rappers, gospel music. Pete, my buddy, Peter Hefty, was going to be my guest tonight. He was out there with his puppets, entertaining the children. I tell you, it was a amazing experience. They did this and they set it up right there in the ghetto with all these dilapidated homes that are all run down. It was an old schoolyard, an elementary school that was condemned. And they took it and created a major celebration out there in the Bluffs, and now they're calling it the Beloved. I tell you, God is truly making some amazing things happen through these ministries that we're involved with here at American Hearts Radio, and we're looking forward to working with these organizations, Maximum Impact, Shine His Light Ministries, and the Hands and Feet Foundation in Jacksonville, Florida. My brother James Gandy and his wife Amy were out there, and boy, we made some great contacts, met some great people. James and Amy had a wonderful time, and it looks like we're going to bring that whole event package to Jacksonville area, so I'm really looking forward to that happening. And I've got a fantastic guest for you tonight. This guy, Peter Hefty, and his friends, he's got a lot of puppets, okay? He's been on the road over 40 years. He's worked with Jay Leno, Howie Mandel, Loretta Lynn, Little River Band, and many, many other great artists and legends in music and comedy. And him and I have done quite a few shows together and shared the stage many times, and I am so honored to have him tonight. And we're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back with Peter Hefty, and Justin will be our first puppet guest. So we'll be right back. Much love. Rock and roll.
Hi, Rich Norton here with Retriever Merchant Solutions. Retriever Merchant Solutions is an independent sales office for Vantiv credit card processing. If you're a small business and you're tired of paying high credit card processing fees with a lot of garbage fees and you're getting terrible service, time to call us. We're a direct processor. We're going to give you better rates, better service, and you'll be happy you're with us. Call 904-434-4635. Just ask for Rich Norton. I'll be blessed and happy to help you.
Welcome back, everybody. This is my brother, Peter Hefty, and this is Justin. What's up, Justin? Good to see you, little brother.
How you doing, Mike? What's going on, dude?
You look great, Justin.
Well, thank you. Not that there, Uncle Wood, you know.
Yeah, you're the coolest hunk of wood I ever met.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I hope everyone out there is having a great time. We had a great time at the event the other day. That was great.
Oh man, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
How long you and Pete been together?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm actually the second Justin he's had.
Talk to them.
Yeah, the first Justin I had was actually Justin's uncle. And
Talk
he
to
was,
them.
in the 70s, and we used to work at clubs in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We got quite popular, just being known as Peter and Justin. That was all we were known as. And people go, oh, the guy with the dummy, or Peter and Justin. And we worked Bojangles nightclub, the Button on the Beach. We worked Friends nightclub.
Now this was back in the 70s,
This is
right?
70s. Yeah, in 78, I got lucky enough to win a Critics' Choice Award for comedy. And from there, that just started my career. I had a really good agent then, too. That helped a lot.
You told me a really cool story when you had met David Carradine.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
when I was before
Yes.
Fort Lauderdale. I was a street performer in Los Angeles. I was in Hollywood Boulevard out there on the streets and performing. And I used to perform in front of Grauman's Chinese Theater, Mann's Chinese Theater, whichever one it was called at the time. I don't remember right now. Just having one of those moments.
You're getting old, dude.
Yeah, I guess so. So anyways, I was out there and I was doing my little show. And one day I was, working my puppet Justin on the street, or Justin's uncle.
That was my uncle.
Yeah, that was you.
I wasn't out there.
He was your uncle.
Yeah,
huh?
he was Justin's uncle. Yeah,
Cool.
called Justin also.
He's got a lot of originality in his ideas, doesn't he? Justin and then Justin.
Okay, well, anyways, I was out there performing, and I saw this big shadow of this person, and standing over me. So I knew somebody was standing there. I just started doing my routine with Justin's uncle, and then I looked up, and it was David Carradine.
The
And it
Kung
was
Fu guy,
Yeah, Kung Fu.
Grasshopper.
Yeah, I knew David Carradine. I grew up watching Kung Fu. So I was like, this is awesome, David Carradine. And he's just talking to me for a few minutes and talked to me. And I used to juggle baseballs in my show. I don't know why, but that was just what I liked. I was into baseball too. So I had 3 baseballs I would juggle. And I had just met David Carradine's father maybe about 2 weeks earlier in a bar
Wow.
on Hollywood Boulevard. I walked in this bar, and David Carradine's dad, John Carradine, the actor who was in a lot of movies, a lot of westerns.
Yeah.
And a lot of times he played the Undertaker.
He did?
Yeah.
I like the Undertaker on wrestling.
No, that's not.
No.
Not the same
No, that's
one.
not the same one. No, but anyways, he was really good. He was really cool. He signed the baseball, so I handed it to David Carradine. He grabs the baseball and looks at it and goes, "Yeah, that is the old man's." So he recognized his
Now,
father's autograph.
There's another thing that you told me, that when you were doing street performing, that the cops would mess with you.
Oh, yeah, back then he
tell,
was...
tell us that little story about how you had your buddy
Oh, yeah.
would be the lookout,
Oh, yeah.
and you'd
yeah.
be making tips off people, and you'd be one step in front of the cop.
I think he's trying to get you to confess that you
Yeah,
were wanted
confess it,
in
man.
Los
Come on,
Angeles.
man.
Yeah, I get. Well, actually, back then in Los Angeles, it wasn't really a thing to do to be a street performer. That was up in San Francisco. But Los Angeles, California, Hollywood Boulevard, they frowned on it. So I had been warned many times by the local police not to be doing this stuff with my puppet in front of the theaters or any
cop
of the
got mad
restaurants.
at you, right?
Yeah, he got mad at me. And so one day he grabbed me and he says, "Hey, kid, come here. I got to talk to you." And we walked behind a building, and he grabbed Justin's uncle.
He did?
Yeah, he grabbed your uncle. He took the head out and he just smashed him on the sidewalk.
Oh,
He cracked
my
open.
God.
And I kind of stood there, and I was always the kind of kid that was respectful of adults. I don't know why. Even if they yelled at me, I'd
Well, he's
kinda
a
just
cop.
stand
He's
there.
going to put you in jail if you become disrespectful.
Well, of course, but I wasn't. I was just like,
I bet that shattered you.
well, I was like, "I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I won't do it." And he's okay. Just don't do it again. And he walked away. So I ran back to my little apartment I was living in for $25 a week above a liquor store on Hollywood Boulevard, and I glued my puppet back together. And the next day I was back on the street doing it again. But I got my buddy Bob Goglia, who smoked a cigar and he played piano at this little place down the street in Hollywood Boulevard, to be my lookout. So I said, "Bob, there's a bunch of buses in town. Some tourists are here. We got to make some money. So I'll start in Hollywood and Vine, and I'll work my way all the way up the street. But you got to be my lookout. Anytime the cops come, you got to give me a signal so I know." So I was like one step ahead of the police all night. the police officer, and this is not encouraging people to do this. Don't do this. But I ran all the way up the street, and at the end of the night we had a big hat full of money. We dumped it out, counted it. We went to Denny's.
Yeah, Denny's.
Yeah, right down the street from the Magic Castle.
Now, not too long after that,
Yeah.
you lost Justin's uncle. And he got stolen and it was never found.
Well, that was years later. I was living in Fort Lauderdale. That was actually after the 70s. That was 1980. I was in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I went to see a comedian friend of mine, Jay Hickman. And when we got there, I parked my Jeep and ran into Jay's house, was talking to him for a while. And his house was connected to a nightclub in Fort Lauderdale. And they had a big gate, and they had security guards and all that. And I got inside, and when I went outside to get my vehicle I had a soft top Jeep CJ7, and someone had sliced the back, reached
man.
in and grabbed the bag and took it. So we had a big reward out for Justin's uncle in the Miami Herald, and they did a big story about it. And,
Well, you actually put him on a milk carton too, didn't you?
I know I never
Missing?
made the milk carton, but
Wish you would. That'd been nice. I'd like to see that.
But then, so you created a new Justin.
I actually created a new Justin. Yeah, I guess, but I didn't do it. I mean, the guy from California actually made this Justin.
Okay.
And I just rebuilt him. He sent me what he had at the time, and he was a wood carver, but he didn't see anything like Justin before, because I don't think I can do this. I can send you what I have, and then I bought it from him, and he mailed it to me. And
Well, ever since then, Justin, give us a little highlights of your career with Pete.
Well, my career started in the 80s because I wasn't there in the 70s, so that was my uncle. And from there, I went on to hang out with this guy, and
that's when we started getting lucky enough to open up for some big names like Judy Collins and Fitzgerald's in Key West, and then I started getting gigs to opening for Loretta
Percy
Lynn.
Sledge?
Well, that was in 2000, actually. In 2000, I did Percy Sledge, 2003.
But Loretta Lynn,
But back then it was like Loretta Lynn, Melissa Manchester,
Little River Band.
Tom Chapin, Harry Chapin's brother.
Wow.
He used to play University of Miami, and he played Daytona Beach College, and I got to tour with him. I got to tour with a lot of
So you met
not
a lot
real
of great
big names,
people, huh, Justin?
but a lot of real good names too. A lot of good artists that weren't big names, like Freddie King, not the Freddie King, the country singer. I used to tour with him too.
So you've had a pretty great career with Pete so far, huh, Justin?
well, we worked a lot of clubs, a lot of gigs. Although he did make me mad one time, one time he got me really mad.
How's that?
Well, we were in Daytona,
And we were supposed to go to Cancun.
yeah, and he was hard up for money.
Yeah, I was hard up for money. Things weren't working out too good. And I ended up pawning Justin for a while, just like you pawn a guitar. And I pawned him, and I had another
Put you in
new
a pawn
puppet.
shop,
I
man.
know what a dirty dog.
Okay, so anyways, I go all the way to Cancun, and I get there at the Holiday Inn, and my buddy, Bob Shoemaker from Coconuts Comedy Club, was there, and he says, "Let me see your new puppet." So I showed him my new puppet, and he goes, "Where's Justin?" I go, "Well, Justin's in a pawn shop." He goes, "No, you can't do that. Without
get him
Justin,
out,
you don't
man."
have a show." And so he says, "Where is he at? Tell me right now. I'm going to call Jackie in Florida, and she's going to get him." So she went to the pawn shop, and she got Justin out.
So
and
Jackie
mailed him.
Knight?
No, not Jackie Knight.
That's-
Jackie, Bob's assistant.
Oh, okay.
She's
We'll give a shout out for Jackie Knight. She has
Yeah,
Jackie
Jackie
Knight's
Knight.
Comedy Club in St. Augustine. We love her
yeah.
very much,
Oh, yeah,
man.
yeah.
But Bob's assistant, Jackie, actually got now she's partners with Bob Shoemaker in Coconuts Comedy Club. They're still there on St. Pete Beach, Florida, since 1986.
Oh yeah,
Shout out to them, because we'll be there in
July.
July.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Justin, man, I tell you, I've enjoyed working with you and Pete.
Thank you.
And I really like your show, Almost Real.
Oh, I'm working on it. It's almost there.
Yeah,
Because it's almost real.
That's right. We're gonna interview your other two buddies coming up. We got Jimmy J here, and we got Benny. I know you like those guys a lot, right?
Downhill from here.
So,
All right, I guess we'll be back.
yeah, we're gonna go to commercial break. We'll be right back. Say hello and say goodbye to all your
Oh,
fans.
good-bye. Love y'all, and wood is good.
Hey everybody, Johnny Van Zandt here from Skinner. Hey, I want you to donate to the Hands and Feet West Side. West Side's the best side. There you go. It's where I was born at. Anyway, hey, listen, they're feeding homeless vets, homeless people, helping people recover. They're a good organization. Don't forget, donate to the Hands and Feet West Side. God bless.
Rock and roll, bro. Please donate to the Hands and Feet Foundation Westside today. This ministry is a 501c3 non-for-profit organization. They feed people everyday hot meals. They give away clothes and food, and they also offer a sanctuary and prayer. Donate to the Hands and Feet Foundation on the West Side, Jacksonville, Florida, right there on 103rd Street. God bless you. Tell them American Hearts Radio sent you. We're on a mission for God.
Please visit Hands and Feet Westside, www.facebook.com/handsandfeet.org, or give them a call at 904-465-5083. 904-465-5083.
Hey everybody, go to handsandfeetfoundation.org and support them. Don't forget, support. For the Son of Man who came to seek and save the lost. Luke 19:10.
Welcome back, everybody. You know, we got our little buddy here, Jimmy J. How you doing, Jimmy J?
Woo-wee.
Good to
I'm
see
doing
you,
good
brother.
there, Mike. How you doing?
Doing great, man, and I'm glad you're back.
Thank you. I was on a cruise though.
Yeah.
I took a cruise.
Who was you working with out there on the cruise ship?
I was working with this guy and that comedian Ted Holmes from years ago. He was on Johnny Carson. He used to walk him up to Ray Charles and the Beach Boys. Yeah.
You like to,
Name drop
yeah, you name drop. Where'd you learn that from?
from you.
I like your shirt, man. Rocket
Thank you.
Fizz, dude.
Yeah, it's a candy store down in Tampa. Check it out. Real good candy.
The
But-
old candy we grew up with.
Yeah, man.
Rocket Fizz is good.
You know what, Jimmy J? I was concerned about you when Pete left you on the cruise ship. How did you feel about that, being left behind?
Well, I felt a little disappointed, but since I heard that story with Justin getting his head cracked open, I guess I wasn't so bad after all. But
Yeah.
I was kind of lonely. It was just me and the janitor on the cruise boat.
Well, it was a love boat, wasn't it?
Love boat, yeah.
Are you gonna stay single now?
Huh?
Are you gonna stay single since you've been on the love boat?
Oh yeah, I'm not quite sure I'm into that. I didn't meet the right age group for me. I'm a young man there. I like older women, but they're just a little bit too old right there.
Well, we actually have a clip that I shot when we, Ted Holm had security guard found you, right, on the boat?
Yeah, he did.
Security guard found you, gave him to Ted. Ted put you in a box at the post office and sent you home to my place.
I was there. I was to your house in a couple of days. Thank you, U.S. Postal Service.
We're gonna run this clip right now. Jimmy
That's
J
the
coming
American
home.
way, right there. In there.
Hey Bruce, can you help him open up the box real quick, man? Yeah, just we got you. You all right in there, Jimmy J? You all right there, buddy?
I'm doing all right. I just want to get out of here.
Oh, you'll be
Be out just a minute, man. You guys don't know what I've been.
Bruce, can you take the knife and cut that box, and slice it to
slice it open, the top part.
where we get you?
Jim J, are you okay?
I'm in here. Hurry up.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get
I'll
out.
end up cutting him.
No, you won't cut him. Jim J, stay away from the door.
Stay away from the knife, dude.
What?
You're gonna need an extra bandage.
Come on, Bruce.
He's getting it. He's getting it. He's getting it.
Open him up, man. You've been in there for
I
days.
want to start to sing the theme to Love Boat at this point. Come home in a box.
Okay, okay, Jim J. I think we got you out of here, buddy.
Whoa! Man, that's a tight fit.
Okay.
Woo-wee. I'm out of there.
All right.
Woo-wee. Oh, where are we?
Welcome home, buddy.
Orlando, here we are.
No, we're in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, how do we get here?
A change of address.
Okay. Woo-wee.
All
How
right.
you doing?
Yeah, baby.
Jacksonville.
Hey, well, you heard you were in the love boat.
Oh, I don't call that no love boat.
Now you're just gonna stay single, huh?
That was called the lonely boat.
The love boat.
Ain't no one on there except for an old janitor cleaning up. He found me.
Rock and roll, brother. That was cool, man.
Yeah, did you learn something from that?
Yeah, I learned you had quite an experience.
And I also learned you moved your lips once in a while. You better start rehearsing there, buddy.
Well, I'm glad you made it home safe, Jimmy J. And I tell you, the kids really loved you out there at the Maximum Impact celebration.
Well, I had a good time with them, you know, because I'm the kid at heart. You know that, don't you?
Absolutely.
One of these days I'm going to grow up and be a Muppet. Woo-wee.
Well,
I'm going
what's
to be on
the-
the Muppet Show.
Well, they canceled that.
They did?
Yeah.
Can I get on the reruns?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
Well, give some kids out there some inspiration and some words of wisdom, Jimmy J.
Words of wisdom. Listen to your mama and your daddy or whoever's taking care of you. Be good. Say your prayers at night and stay in school.
That's good.
Where'd you learn that from?
Roy Rogers back in 1950 something, I guess. Woo-wee.
Well, Jimmy J, I love you, man. I'm so glad you're here, and we're going to do a lot of big things we got coming up soon. And you know Benny, right?
Oh, yeah, I know Danny. He's
Yeah,
here.
we're going to have Benny on, and he's going to do a little singing for us.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. I love you, little buddy.
See you, buddy.
All right, we'll be right back.
Are you ready to increase your credit score? We get results. Restore your credit score. Lower your interest. Here at Trinity Credit Counsel and Financial Services, you can repair your credit score today. We specialize in identity theft, medical bills, student loans, public records, tax liens, collectors' accounts, repossessions, evictions, foreclosure judgments, bankruptcy, and much more. Instagram at Tammy Credit Specialists. You don't have to live with bad credit. We get results. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Establish and maintain good credit. Go to www.elitecredit101.com or text your credit to 678-857-8864. That's right. Just check out Tammy Dennis Arnold. Get your credit repaired. Tell them American Hearts Radio sent you. Also, watch Tammy's web television series, Seeds of Financial Abundance. Only on American Hearts Radio Web TV.
All right, we're back with my brother Benny. With Pete, how you doing, Benny? Good to see
Yeah,
you.
I'm doing all right for an old guy. You know, what can I say?
Hey, man, you just sit back and relaxing.
Man, Atlanta's got a lot of traffic, I'll tell you that.
Well, you just did a nursing home gig with my dad. That was great.
Well, thank you. Your dad did all the work. He's a good magician.
How do you like working in nursing home gigs?
Oh, it's all right. You know, I felt like I was at home. I walked in and said, hey, they're playing my music. I like this place.
You know, that's how I felt when I walked in. You know, it's like, you know, you're getting old when the nursing homes are playing the music you like.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it sure was. Give us a little history about yourself there, Benny. How long you been around with Pete working, and what's the,
Well, I met this guy a couple of years ago, and I said I was going to manage him, but he's unmanageable, so I decided I wouldn't do that. I'd be a writer for him, but he don't remember any jokes I write, so then I said, well, I'll kind of go along with him and help him out here and there, whatever I can do.
well, how you helping him out?
Well, I gave him some good advice.
Like what?
Always leave the audience wanting more.
That's good advice.
You screwed up. You should have got off stage 10 minutes ago.
Well, he's actually pretty inspirational.
You're very inspirational. You're very talented, too, Benny. Give us a little impression of, I know you do a few impressions.
Well, my impression of this studio is it's first class, really nice. So
Chisel
if you're gonna get something,
multimedia.
Chisel multimedia.
And
right
Matt
here.
Roberts is a great guy, ain't he?
Yes, he is. Him and his wife do a great job.
Hey,
Check
Matt,
them out.
wave it
You
at
gotta- you want to be famous for a day, a week, a month, a year, come on down here and get something recorded.
Well, do a little impression for us, or give us a few jokes.
A few jokes. All right, what do you think here?
Come on, I know you got
How
Alzheimer's.
about Jimmy Stewart starting his car?
All right.
Jimmy Stewart starting his car.
Well, Jimmy Stewart, yeah. See, that's a joke right there. Yeah.
Will you do any other impressions?
You do one.
All right, how about a guy playing the sound I heard at the hotel when I was staying here in Atlanta? I thought somebody's playing tennis outside my window. I heard that sound. Thought somebody's playing tennis.
And find out it was just a guy who was a maintenance man with a toilet plunger.
These are the jokes, folks.
It's live TV, this is all we got. But these are the jokes that kept us out of the big time.
Well, you do singing too, don't you?
Well, he does a George Burns, a pretty good George Burns.
Yeah, let's hear that.
Do a little George Burns.
Thank you very much. In a bar in Dallas, an old man chimed in, and I thought he was out of his head. Being a young man, I just laughed at all the words the old man said. He said, I'll never again turn to young ladies' heads or go dancing into the wind. I'm 3/4 home from the start to the finish. Wish I was 18 again. Wish I was 18 again. Going where I never been. But old folk and old oaks stand tall under 10. Oh Lord, wish I was 18 again.
Beautiful. That was great, man.
Not bad, not bad. I used to like those George Burns movies, Oh God, and he was in the Sunshine Boys.
Yes.
He was a pretty funny guy.
And you also do Jimmy Durante, don't you?
Little. Here's a little Jimmy Durante.
Yeah, let's hear that.
Shut.
Hold on, I can't
That's
see your eyes.
little Jimmy Durante.
No, can't you say something?
I was made to entertain, carved out for the show. After all, this is the only life I know. The only life I know is when I tell a joke or two. Try to make y'all forget what's making it blue. Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. Cha.
That's awesome, man.
That's good, Benny. Thank
You
you.
know, Benny, you're the coolest, man.
Thank you,
I'll
thank
tell
you.
you're going to go somewhere, man.
Well, I hope it's somewhere soon.
Just somewhere
because
besides the suitcase.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Well, he loves working with your dad because your dad's a magician. And did you know this fact, Mike, that David Copperfield wanted to be a ventriloquist?
Really?
And I wanted to be a magician. And David Copperfield's a magician, and I'm a ventriloquist.
And he works Las Vegas, and you are fighting traffic in Atlanta to get to the studio.
I'm sure glad you guys made it, man. And we had a heck of a good trip, and we got a
did.
lot of great things ahead.
Great time.
And I just want to say thank you, Pete, for being on the show.
Oh, thank you. Thank
and
you.
being part of what we're doing here at Chisel Multimedia. And thank you, Benny.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you all out there in TV land or internet land or whatever you're
Give all
doing.
those young people a little bit of words of inspiration and wisdom, Benny.
Well, all I can say is be yourself, but make sure yourself is okay with everyone else. How's that?
Well, that's something to think about.
Yeah, that's something to think about.
But we're just want to say God bless everybody.
God bless
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting American Hearts Radio Entertainment Network. And if you want to have Pete at your show, give us a call. You can reach me at 904-229-8150. I'd be more than happy to get you in touch with Peter Hefty, or go to peterhefty.com. Right?
Or if you got a lot of money, call David Copperfield out in Vegas.
There you go. This has been a great show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next month. My name's Mike Aloia, Mr. Entertainer, with my brother Benny. Benny's awesome. And Pete Hefty.
Thank you.
We'll see you next month. Rock and roll.